Yeah, they did, buddy. All right. To Riley's first of the season. Yeah. Hey, to Martin Morensen's first of the season. Oh my goodness. How about to Zach Hyman's first of the season? How about we drink to Uncle Leo's first of the season? Uncle Leo. Uncle Leo. Okay. To the Leafs' first win of the Flyers this season. All right, dude. I got stuff to do in the morning. Hi, everyone. Austin Matthews. Well, time for a rebuild. This team is ruining my life. The Leafs win 6-3 over the Philadelphia Flyers. Everyone getting a first in this one. That's a first quencher. Steve, that joke sucked. Yeah, well, I got to drink beer. Working at home is great. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this masterpiece. Okay, let's not exaggerate. First period, holy smokes. Naz, what are you doing, man? Nifty Nazi Dangleman with the Zorro hands and the Philadelphia Flyers with the Kevin Hart defense. No. Steve Mason wasn't ready, and it's 1-0 Leafs, and that's how it's going to stay right. Just over a minute later, the Leafs just can't have too much of a good thing, can they? Wayne Simmons puts in his 7th of the season to tie the game up, and I can't help but think Keith Primo. Because the Flyers beat the Leafs in a few playoff series, which meant the Flyers were better than the Leafs. But you know who was way better than the Leafs and killed them every time he played them? Keith Primo. Wayne Simmons is a Leaf killer, man, and it hurts me because we grew up in the same neighborhood. I mean, I never met him, but like most of my friends have, which kind of makes me feel like a loser. Why wasn't I invited to the Wayne Simmons parties? Shortly after, amazing outlet pass. Connor Carrick tries to cut it off, but Travis Konechny gets a goal. What does this say about making bird noises? Hey. So you know who's gonna kill the Leafs for his entire career? Travis Konechny. Remember in 2015 when the Leafs did a really awesome job of drafting? Okay, well they did trade down in a few different scenarios, and one of those scenarios involved them passing on Travis Konechny. So will he be an NHL star? That's yet to be seen, but I think you can be pretty confident he's gonna tear the Leafs up, and the Flyers have the lead. All right, some things just have to change fortune-wise. Lineup-wise, things need to change. The Leafs not playing like a defensive pile of garbage needs to change for sure. But you gotta get a bounce and you gotta get a timely goal. The Leafs get both. The Flyers open the door to the penalty box and to opportunity. Morgan Riley does not waste it. Ties the game. His first of the season. There's the theme. And the Leafs tie it up. His celebration, was not just because he's happy that he tied the game up for his team. I mean, I'm sure he is. That was a personal triumph. He hasn't been getting power play time. You need to show Mike Babcock why he should be giving you power play time. And that's what he does with that power play time. Way to go, Morgan. And here he is getting rewarded in the second period. There he is out on the power play again. Oh, the puck's behind you, Morgan. Morgan, that's Wayne Simmons. Morgan, he's Keith Primo. Damn it! Wayne Simmons, because it always has to be Wayne Simmons, puts the Flyers back up on top. You know, in a few seasons when Wayne Simmons is a little older and the Leafs need a gritty veteran presence at the trade deadline for a deep playoff push, I hope they get Wayne Simmons. I'm picturing a world where Wayne Simmons can be the Leafs' Ray Bourque. And it'll be doubly awesome because I'll know all the bars he's gonna bring it to. You gotta bring it to the Black Dog. Chris Draper brought it to the Black Dog. Probably bring it to Amigos too if you want to have some fun. You can bring it to the Kill, but you might not get it back. What's that? Oh, not all of you are from Eastern Scarborough? Alright, I'll continue. So, I'm frustrated. Okay, the Leafs had a run and gun exchange in the first period. They came out of it with a 0-0 tie, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah, it was 2-2, but it's a tie game either way. Shots were 11-7 for Philly in the first. Shots were 16-7 for Philly in the second. And the shots were 6-9 for Toronto in the third. Nice. So, what is something that I have ranted about? Okay, that was a very broad question. Okay, something I have ranted about is that I don't think the Leafs communicate enough. At least that's not what it looks like. Even if you're not yapping out loud, you gotta be paying attention. How about Morgan Riley with a behind-the-back pass to Martin Morensen, who just came off the bench? Morensen blows it by Steve Mason. Where have you been hiding that cannon, Martin? Nice of you to blow the dust off. We got a 3-3 game. His first of the season, by the way. So this game so far has featured the Leafs as a team getting some breaks, which is nice. Some individual players getting breaks, which is nice. This next play was players getting a break. Leafs swarming all around the Flyers net. Oh my goodness, they just tied the game and they can now take the lead. And Austin Matthews, perfect shot. Ding! Matthews hits iron again. How awesome do you think he is at the xylophone? Perhaps the steel drums. Maybe he was an extra in a Sean Paul music video. Stop banging on the damn furnace! And in a lot of cases, after hitting the post, the Flyers would have recovered that puck and it would be gone. Maybe even down the other way for a Flyers goal. Or at very least, Steve Mason would have stopped it and smothered it. Instead, gosh, do you think Zach Hyman wants a goal? Zach attack! Zach Hyman is miming Mazel Tov his first of the season. The Leafs have a 4-3 lead. A few minutes later, Uncle Leo, who I was just about ready to rant about in this video, gets a breakaway! Short-handed breakaway, Uncle Leo, oh my goodness, he's got a chance to do something really good for his team, and would someone answer the damn phone? Leo, hello, Uncle Leo, 5-3 Leafs, his first of the season. Kitos. Taksamukit, whatever language you want to say it in, Leo, you got your first of the year, you deserve that. One small beef with that, though, I'm looking at the box score, it says it was unassisted. That's not true, Claude Giroux gave it right to him. I'm sorry, that's still leftover hatred from over a decade ago. I mentioned the Keith Primo thing, right? That was his 5th goal of the season. That's no fun. I mean, if there's not a first involved, I'm not going to get excited about. Oh, Morgan Riley got an assist on that! His 4th point of the game. Guess how many times he's done that in his career? None times until now, which makes this his first 4-point game. And the Leafs get their first win since the last one. Now, let's get a couple things out of the way. This was the Leafs' best period of the season so far. And they needed it, because if you thought a bag skate with the lights off was bad, how about playing Sidney Crosby? Oh, that's coming tomorrow night, by the way. But before we get way too crazy, too late, Steve Mason. How do you look in this one? He didn't look very good, did he? And I think that'll be the main story, the main complaint coming from Flyers fans after this one. But how was their defense? Not very good in front, were they? Not very good anywhere. Shane Gostisbehere is a great young defenseman, but when the Flyers needed him there, he was not Gostisbehere there. I think that's part of the reason this game was so exciting. Two teams that know how to score and not so much the other stuff. And it's called sloppy if you lose, but fun if you win. And then after the game, oh, you're not gonna believe this. After the game, I think Mike Babcock looked at his calendar and mistook November 12th for Christmas, because he said Matt Hunwick is gonna make his way back into the lineup after being out with injury for a bit. Peter Holland, hey, how you been, buddy? Yeah, he's still a Leaf. He's gonna get back into the lineup, probably, he said, probably. And the reason I say probably, the other guy, Frankie Corrado! We did it, everybody! We freed Frankie! Oh, Frank Corrado finally getting into the lineup. Bit of a baptism by fire, you know, against the Pittsburgh Penguins and all. But if he wants to see some more playing time, he's got to really bring his A game. And that goes for Matt Hunwick, too, if he doesn't want to lose his spot. Martin Marincin just got his first goal. And hey, how about Peter Holland, too? Oh, it's so good. It just goes to show that if you work hard in practice, have a positive attitude, keep your head down, and if the media completely lambaste your head coach for at least 48 hours consecutively, you'll get into the lineup. Seriously, without even exchanging texts or phone calls, it's like everyone decided to free Frankie at once. I wrote a thing for Sportsnet.ca that you can check out. It's irrelevant if he plays against the Penguins. Elliot Freeman was on the radio talking about how the Leafs are kind of ruining his career. Chris Johnston and Sean McKenzie are talking about it too. But now, hey, Frankie, don't make me look like a stooge. Don't go making a fool out of me, Frankie. He's from Woodbridge. That's what I'm getting at. He's from Woodbridge. But my gosh, Steve, so much of the future. You're right. Let's just chill and celebrate this win for a little bit. Oh, yeah, okay, that's definitely better than losing. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends. Brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast down below. Also the Free Frankie thing. That's on the Steve Dangle blog. What else? On the Sportsnet YouTube channel, I just did a video about how the New York Rangers might not be legit, but they also might be, but they also might not be. And I'm doing a TED Talk at Laurier. I am terrified, because they usually get smart people to do those. So, wish me luck.